FTX.
Let's talk about this next interesting survey. It's Men's Mental Health Week. We've been discussing it and we're doing a phone-in about it in just a few moments as well. The Loose Men yesterday had a survey that they were talking about, saying that half of men wouldn't feel comfortable crying in front of a male friend. Are you happy crying in front of a male friend?
No.
Right, can I jump on
What about if
this?
you're chopping an onion?
Huh?
Chopping an onion.
If you're about to do the I want all my men blubbering like babies morning, noon and night speech, I'm just not here for it. Here's the thing. There's nothing wrong with being emotional, right? But the last time I was emotional was probably 12 years ago at my grandmother's funeral. There are times and a place for it. Men have been conditioned, oddly, in the last few years to be something that no woman I know actually wants them to be, which is a bunch of frequent blubbers. It's like, get a grip, pull yourself together and get on with life.
I'm going to stop you because you said the same thing last time you were in, and this week
I was right then as
Men's
well.
Mental Health Awareness Week, and actually you said women don't want emotional men. I'm telling you...
I didn't say that.
And you also said men who cry are weak, they're blubbering, which is kind of what you're echoing
women
now.
Women don't actually want to be with men who cry all the time. They would like their men to be actually a little bit stronger.
Disagree, because what you have is...
don't.
There's human emotions. There's not feminine emotions and masculine emotions. All people, unless you're sociopathic or psychopathic,
Just to be clear, I don't like women who cry all the time either.
Well, but you would also like people to feel that if they're struggling, that they can express themselves. And the problem is, if they're not able to cry, usually it has that emotional suppression has a knock-on effect. We know that male suicide is the #1 killer for men, and it spills into family life, it spills into relationship, and it also manifests in anger, which is why we have
nothing wrong with
so many
expressing
problems.
emotions, but we have become oddly a society where people seem to cry about absolutely everything. And I'm like, hang on, let's just get things in a little bit of perspective. It comes back to what we discussed earlier about young people in particular, this inability to deal with life's problems. Like, I don't know if I did this speech last time, I'll do it again. My favourite movie speech, Rocky Balboa, where he finally has it out with his spoilt brat son. He says, look, life is tough. It will beat you down and keep you down if you let it. The way to win at life is not how hard you can hit, it's how hard you can get hit, get back up, keep moving forward. That's how winning in life is done. And I agree with that.
But sometimes if you find yourself in that situation, you might need to feel like you can express your emotion and cry in order to get back up.
Of course. Listen, I've had, one of my best friends died of a horrific brain cancer about a year ago. And it was horrific, right? He was 57 and then 58 when he died. Died over 15 months, the most awful thing to watch. Of course you feel emotional about that. But I do think that life is going to send you a lot of curveballs, whether it's losing people you love, whether it's ending relationships, losing a job, whatever it may be. And I don't think that we should be conditioning men to either bottle everything up or to bottle it out all the time. There's a happy medium. There's nothing wrong. One of my issues with the phrase toxic masculinity, there's nothing toxic actually about masculinity.
That's not what it means.
No, but I don't like the phrase because it implies that being masculine somehow is wrong. I don't think it is, in the same way that being feminine is not wrong. I don't believe in toxic femininity. But there are toxic people, but it shouldn't be linked to femininity and masculinity.
Toxic masculinity refers to the rules that the patriarchy, like the
What's the patriarchy?
Be tough.
What's the patriarchy?
Be tough. Man up. It's a world that
What's wrong with being tough and manning up?
Because that is not a masculine trait. The problem is when you're saying like a girl, you're telling men that it is inferior to be like a girl. I want my son to grow up knowing that his emotions aren't weak, and if he has problems, that he can go to his friends. I would hate to think that he will ever get to a stage in life where he feels like he has to.
What is wrong? What is wrong with being strong? What is
wrong
with
being? Why do you think there's a male loneliness problem? Because men are not opening up to each other, and this week it's all about encouraging men to open up.
You know one of the reasons why? Because people like you go around talking about the patriarchy. You make men hate themselves.
Women are dying because of male violence.
Oh, please. So men are dying from women violence too. You ever check those stats? They're quite scary. So my point is this. Obviously, you get bad women and bad men, OK? That's a fact of life. But actually, nothing wrong with being masculine, nothing wrong with being strong, nothing wrong with being mentally strong, nothing wrong with manning up occasionally, nothing wrong with that phrase. All these things are perfectly OK. It doesn't mean you should bottle up emotion. No. It doesn't mean if people have serious mental health issues, you don't listen to them and hear them out. But let's try and get a grip.
I think one of the really important things about the film that Sam did was that group of men finding a way of engaging with each other and sharing how they were feeling in a comfortable environment so they could say they weren't feeling great, even if it's a number, and by the end of the football match, that's improved. But between each other, they feel like they've got a community they can...
Great example of positive masculinity. Jamie Lang, another great positive masculinity.
We're going to have to leave it there. obviously, as Piers said, we are sorry that he has such a foul mouth. And we do apologise for swearing.
Was it swearing? Really?
No, let's not
Let's
discuss.
not discuss it.
Piers,
Was it?
let's not. You've already apologised, so you.
Yeah, but
you
I didn't really
accept-
mean it.
You accept,
I mean, it's not really
well, let's
swearing,
forgive
is
you.
it?
You accept there are certain words that aren't
And I
appropriate to
just
say
said
on
that you were
live
well
daytime
behaved
telly.
today.
This is the trouble. See, I'm now on YouTube where I can just say what I think.
Yes.
And the
Yes.
problem here is it's a little bit over-sanitised. No one cares I said that.
If you would like to carry on hearing Piers like that, then please find him on YouTube because he won't be
Piers
here
Morgan
for a bit.
Uncensored. You'll hear it every day.
Ashley, thank you.
Doing the Lord's work.
Yes.
I'm having to
And
say
remember,
it.
the patriarchy. What does that even mean?
Thank you, Piers.
I'll
Lovely to see you.
I'll educate you after.
Right then, we